the message we deliver is not the same as the words we say.
I deal with 15, 16, and 17-year-olds all day. And all day I spend convincing them to do something they don't want to do. I teach them English, and I convince them to read and write, which none of them want to do. If I walk into the class at the beginning of the class and say, all right, everybody pull your laptops out, go to this website, download this thing. I've got a classroom of 30 kids. Maybe 5 of them understood what I said and are doing what I asked them to do. The other 25 have to walk around and make sure they actually did it. So for those 5 out of 30 catchers that you say, hey, go out there and tell them to knock it off, it's great. Those other 25, they're going to walk out and they're going to do exactly what we did here. Hey, he told me to come out and talk to you. I don't know what's going on. He told me to come out and talk to you. He's messing up. I don't know what the deal is.
If the catcher at that age has the maturity to be able to do it, it's already going to do it.
Possibly. But again, it's just a thought. So let's try one more scenario. Let's suppose we got this one. We need a base umpire, umpiring in the C position facing the plate that way. I need a base umpire. Nobody's been hurt yet by this. I need a base umpire. Attaboy. All right, turn around. So you're facing the plate, okay? And you're just watching the game. Go up a little bit so we get a little bit of distance so we get the idea. I'm a shortstop. Sam's a second baseman, okay? So we just had a pitch get thrown, right? And the guy goes, ball. Sam, that looked pretty good. I'll tell you what, he's been getting, if we don't get that one, it's going to be a long day.
Yeah, it's going to take.
All right, here we go. Here we go, Billy. Here we go. Ball. Did you have that? Did he have that down? Did he have that down? No, that didn't look down.
Guys, let's keep our minds on the game.
Mine's on the game. My mind is on the game. He's missing pitches in there. We're talking about what we got to do. We're talking to each other about the game, and we're trying to figure out a strike zone. Otherwise, we can't hit. Here we go. Come on. I'm not arguing balls and strikes. I'm talking to Sam. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm not arguing balls and strikes. Ball 3. Dang, Sam. He punched me out on that pitch last half inning. I don't get it. That's bad. That's just brutal. Come on. Here we go. Strike 1. Hey, finally got one. Attaboy. I knew he could get one. I knew he'd be there. Here we go. All right, hey, you or me, you get it. You get the pick. Here we go.
Right here.
Ball 4.
Ooh, that looks right.
Jesus, that was right down the dick, wasn't it? Oh, my goodness. I don't understand what the hell is going on here. This is just bad. That's bad. All right. What you got?
It's tough because they're really not talking to you. They're talking to your partner.
If they're not,
Do you believe that?
Third person.
You believe they're not talking to you?
Yeah, it's third person stuff.
Do you believe they're not talking to you?
I mean,
All right, my first instinct, even though it's not going to be the nice way to say it, I'm not going to say help me out, please, is I turn around and I just say something to them and say, fellas,
Like, try it. Go ahead. Say something to me.
okay,
Let's see how it goes.
all right, guys, I don't want to hear that from you two today.
Hear what? I'm just talking to my second baseman. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm talking to my second baseman.
23,
We're trying to figure out. We're trying to figure out this game.
23,
We're trying to figure out this game.
23.
Why are you over here talking to me? All I'm doing is talking to my second baseman. Now look at watch out. He's pitching the ball. The game's going on over there. You're turned around. The game's going over there.
23?
Hey, Sammy, can you believe this? I wasn't talking to him. I was talking to Sam. I was talking to Sam.
It never happened, Tony.
Yes,
Come
it
on.
does. It happens all the time. It happens all the time. I'm not talking to you. I wasn't talking to you.
Think about
What did he just do? He turned around, right? He turned around and started walking toward me.
I did not. I was right
Okay.
where I was.
Okay. You turn around like this. Who's aggressive? I'm over there minding my own business, right? I'm back here at shortstop going, here we go, here we go. Jesus, Sam, that's bad. Here we go, and you turn around and start talking to me. What is the grandmother sitting over there? What does Johnny's grandmother sitting over there think?
that umpire's picking on that.
No, umpire, he's being mean to that. Why is that umpire turning around? They're not saying anything. They're just talking about the game. Why can't they talk about the game? Sorry, dude, you're the aggressor. You're the aggressor. Do you believe they're not talking to you?
They probably know I can hear, but it's like The minute you recognize what they're saying, which is turning around or something like that,
Is it?
it can blow up just like you showed.
Sure it
right
can.
there.
Okay, so again, so you're going to bury your head in the sand. You're going to let that dude, you're going to let those two dudes work themselves into a frenzy over pitches. And then, oh no, they're not. And then they're going to have a pitch. He's going to take a pitch. He's going to be struck out on strike 3. He's going to come out and go, holy crap, Sam, you believe that? He called me out on that pitch last inning. What the heck is going on here? You're going to let those dudes work themselves into a frenzy, back and forth about pitches, believing the plate guy stinks for the rest of the day because you don't want to take care of the problem.
Because from where was that pitch to
Whoa.
man, he missed that pitch
My
to
question is,
holy
how do you
cow,
handle it?
where is
Because
that
it was
one?
blew up right there.
So, what do you think? Herbert, what do you think?
Other than throw 'em out of the game.
Well, okay. Again, why? Again, sorry, Tommy. So,
Be quiet and then just like,
so why are we? Think about it. Why are we here? We're here to learn how to handle that. Our problem, the thing we have as a high school is we have guys that go from 0 to 100, like that, and guys who go from 0 to 0. Okay? We would like everybody so that when I walk in on Tuesday after you've been there on Friday, that they know they're going to get the same basic types of responses, right? They're going to get this, the leash is going to be the same length. Well, it's not like we're going to change the length of the leash every time a different guy shows up. Now, I'm not saying that we're all going to deal with things exactly the same. I'm not going to say but the closer we can get in terms of how we take care of these things, the better we're going to be as a group, because the easier it is will be for all of us to umpire. If they show up and it says ODUA and they know these are the things they can't do and they can do, then we don't have to worry about establishing new rules of engagement every single time, right? This is all about establishing rules of engagement for us. And look, I don't want to dump people. I don't like to dump people. I don't ever want to get to that point. I would like to find a way, but I don't want these two dudes to bark about pitches. So what could you do?
I'm going to lean over like this, and I'm going to say, fellas, we're not going there today. I want to keep you here. But if you got to leave, you will.
and that's kind of like your warning. If they
That's
keep on.
sort of your
Okay.
warning, and it's sort of
Yeah.
aggressive, and I've
Okay.
been accused on occasion of being
Okay.
a little aggressive.
So what if say we separate those pieces? Say we go like this. Okay? We just look. Guess what I just told them?
Same time.
I know you know I can hear you, but now I'm confirming that I can hear you. Okay? Chess, you have something you want to say?
I was just going to take the ball from you.
You're going to take the ball from me. So if we do that, now let's suppose they do it again. Maybe you kind of go, hey, look, and you may, if it's happening, and it usually won't happen pitch after pitch after pitch. That's the problem. You might find a way to get over near one of them and go, at some point in time, go, hey, Billy, look, I get it. I get you're not talking to my plate guy. I get you're just talking to him about balls and strikes. I understand that. I get that. You're talking about the pitches. But here's the deal. If I can hear you, okay, the plate guy might be able to hear you. If I hear you and he hears you, there's not a lot I can do about it because I'm standing out here. But if he hears you, I can't help you if it gets over there. So I know that you're not arguing balls and strikes, but think about what it sounds like to my plate guy. Think about what it sounds like to me. Right? It sounds to me like you guys are arguing about pitches. Now, boom. They know what I just told them, right? I've delivered them like this idea that they're trying to be like tough, like I want him to know we're not pleased. Until the second I say, I heard you. And now when they know I've heard them, and now I've said, look, it's like the batter's box. Look, if that guy can hear you, I can't help you. I want to help you. In fact, I would like you to stick around. I would like you to see the end of this game. This is a pretty good game. I'd like you to see the end of it. If you keep arguing about balls and strikes, that might be difficult. or I can't help what he's going to do, or I can't, right? And I know you're going, that's rolling your partner under the bus. Not really. It's playing good cop, bad cop. It's going, look, I'm out here trying to help you guys. I don't want him to get you. But if you don't adjust your behavior, you have to deal with that dude back there. That's up to you. You do whatever you like to do. But I'm giving. Right, well, you could say that's what I just said to him without saying he's going to stick it up your woohoo, right? I said that without saying it. 20 years ago, Hank, we'd have turned around and go, dude, you're going to have to hit that pitch. You know, you think that's bad? Wait till you see the one you got to hit, right? I turned around and told the kid once, I said, do you ever get tired of complaining? He goes, no. I go, then I'll tell you what, here's the rules. You're to be quiet forever. Never talk to me again, right? He said, well, I go, no, never. You're not allowed to talk. If I hear you talk again, I'm just going to dump you. I'm tired of you. Forever. That goes forever. And then like a couple weeks later, this was in the Coastal Plain League, a couple weeks later, he comes back and he says something. He asked me a question. I go, I thought we had the rule. You're not supposed to talk to me. He goes, Bubba, I go, I asked you a question. I asked him something like, hey, I asked him, I can't remember what I asked him. He said, I thought we weren't supposed to talk. I go, you didn't understand the rules. You can't talk to me. I can talk to anybody I want. And if you keep talking, I'll dump you. I'm telling you. Right? You can't do that anymore. It doesn't work, right? You have to find a way of saying that without saying it. Right, so think about this. The whole point of all this stuff is duck season, wabbit season. Did you just say duck season? We're talking to 16-year-olds.
Same thing with the irate batter. Can't you look at the coach and go, Coach, help me out here?
Yeah, possibly, but that's a lot harder with a batter than a pitcher because the batter's standing right there and he can hear you quietly talk to him. Yeah, you could do the other way. The other thing you do with the infielders is catch the coach. That's a tough one because he's probably going to now stick it to you a little bit about their just. So the other thing you could do is wait for them to come back on the field one time and kind of be standing in the middle of the infield and going, hey, look, Hank, I get it. I hear you chirping about pitches. But if you guys keep chirping about pitches all day long, I can't help what's going to happen if he hears you back there. And I would really like him not to hear you back there. And if I can hear you, then he could probably hear you. So you might want to. And then now I'm standing right next to him like, hey, Sam, you got to, right, Sam, you just got to stop doing this, right? And so go ahead.
Last time I worked with you, Tony, I just turned around and told them that I was going to tell you that they were talking about you. That freaking ended it.
It's another way to do it. I mean, and that was what in the.
I just said the guy behind the plate is a friend of mine, and I'm going to tell him that you guys are throwing him under the bus. You got to hit. That was it.
But those are college kids.
I can't remember.
It was probably a Val. Yeah, it could have been. I don't remember one. But that might work. That might work.
That was Rockville Little League.
It was. You're right. I remember that. It was T-ball. We had a T-ball game, and they didn't think I was setting it up on the tee right.
You're taking my T-ball.
Taking this game.
You can't take my T-ball.
All right, Sammy, what you
I don't have
got?
much left. Every single situation where these players are trying to show you up, and just any sort of game.
What time is it? What time is it?
That occurs in a baseball game is some type of fire. Or I don't like to think of it as some type of fire.
We've been about
got-
35 minutes, right?
You know, this batter standing here like this, saying, just kind of talking this way, that's a tiny fire like in a little wastebasket. Are you going to take an entire fire truck to take this fire out? It'd be kind of overkill, wouldn't it? Conversely, if we've got players running on the field fighting each other, we've got a pretty big fire. We need a helicopter with a giant bucket to get rid of all this. The trick is figuring out what's the appropriate action for each one of these fires, each one of these situations. Being aggressive and jumping, and putting a hose on these infielders that are talking to each other, but really talking to you, probably isn't the most effective way of doing that. It's just going to cause more problems and more cleanup afterwards. Okay? I hope that makes sense.
It does.
So again, think about what you're doing. You're talking to whom? Teenagers, right? With immature brains, right? With immature brains, they hear what they're not going to hear what you say, right? So you have to find a way to get them to understand what you would like them to do, and then be convinced that it was their idea that they did it. Right? I'm not telling you guys got to stop yelling about balls and strikes back here, but I'm telling you is if that guy can hear you, I can't help you. I can't help what will happen to you. So, all right? That's all we got. Anybody else? All right, I think we're going to go out in the gym and spend a couple more minutes, and then we'll